Hello everyone, this is Deepak and welcome to our channel. Today we have a new task to solve. So in the last class we have done what is swapping and we have understand it. Now in this class, let us see the new task for us. Finding the positive and negative numbers and sum and its count. See, today we have given a task that we should find the positive numbers at the same time negative numbers and their sum. So for example, let's see 1, 2, 4, 5 are the positive numbers, minus 2, minus 1, minus 5, minus 7 are the negative numbers. So these are the positive and these are the negative numbers. Positive and negative. This is not any functions. It's just about the positive numbers and the negative numbers. So they have given the positive and negative numbers for us. Now it's very easy to count how many positive numbers are there here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 positive numbers. 4 plus positive numbers. How many negative numbers are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 negative numbers. And it's also very easy to sum of all these numbers and sum of all these numbers. We get some values. But how to do the same by using computer? That too a C language. So suppose I should give the computer the instructions that computer separate positive and negative numbers of my given list, or else take positive and negative numbers and say how many negative numbers and positive numbers are there. At the same time, what is the sum of the positive numbers and sum of the negative numbers. So now we should do this all task in the computer by using programming. Now let us see the logic what it involves in behind. See, as usual we take any numbers, positive 1, 2, 3, 4 and slash negative -1, -2, -3, -4. Before going to these numbers, let us have a small concept in number line. So in our childhood we all also know about this number line system. Here suppose the number line, the middle element will be 0 and this is the plus infinity sign, plus infinity and then minus infinity, the left side one. So after 0 I am getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and here in the left side I am going to get minus, -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5 and this go on and this will also go on. So this is we consider as the number line. So in the number line, the right side elements will be positive and the left side elements will be negative. We all know this, how it works. The middle element is always 0. It's an universal. Universally it's accepted that middle element is 0. Now we are going to use the same logic here. Now I am going to take, see I just asked you to find the count and the sum of numbers. Let me think the sum, SUM is equals to sum, SUM, and I should also found count, COUNT. So found sum and the count I should found for these both numbers. So now what I will do, I have two tasks and that is positive, that is we can take T for positive, negative N for negative. So now let us see. I should find sum of positive numbers. That means sum of positive numbers. I can write it as sum p. That means sum of positive numbers. Now count of positive numbers. Here count of positive numbers. Count p. Here about positive signs. So now let's go to negative. So the same sum n, count n, sum n, count n. So this is what we take in the programming. So as I said, the middle element will be always 0. I consider this as sum p and count p is equals to 0. Sum n count n is equals to 0. I initialize the values in the sum and count to 0. So nothing has been stored in it. This is the main logic what we write. And now let us see for the function. For suppose I have given a of I. That means I, first of all, I have given some n value, how many numbers you want. After that, it enters into the array loop. There it runs in the loop a of I. I want 6 numbers or else 2 numbers. Then a of I will be stored as 2 after completion of for loop. I for I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So now let us think a of I is equals to 2. Now we write a condition here. If a of I is greater than 0, then sum p is equals to sum p plus a of I and count p is equals to count p plus 1. This is what we write the logic. So now let's see, a of I is 2. So 2 is greater than 0. Now it's come in here. If we satisfied here, then sum p. Sum p is initialized to starting 0. Then 0 is equal, sum p 0 plus a of I. A of I is 2. And here count p. Count p is also initialized to 0 at first. Then plus 1. 0 plus 1. So now 0 plus 2 is equals to 0. 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. Now sum p is equals to 2. Count p is equals to 1. So now see how many numbers I have given? Only one number. So the count of the number is 1. I got 1. Now the sum of the number, the value is 0 plus 2. Then 2 is, so the sum of the positive numbers is equals to 2. Now the 2 is stored in sum. So if I give another number in the place of a of I, for example 3, it compares again 3 greater than 0 comes to this loop. And now sum p is equals to not 0 because 2 is stored in sum. 3 plus what we write? Sorry, 2 plus the number that we have taken 3. Now what is the value? 5. Now it's 5. So by this we run the program. In the same format we also go for the negative number. We just change the sign to a of I less than 0 where it will become negative numbers. So this is the main concept that what we write in the program. Now let us go for the program by executing it. So write the programming now. So I included a header file hashtag include studio.h and the main function. Now I should include my requirements. So here I am including int n comma I comma a of 20. So I am giving 20 elements in the array. Now sum p is equals to 0. Count p is equals to 0. And here sum n is equals to 0. Count n is equals to 0. So we initialized all the requirements to 0 now. So now let us print that. So now printf how many values you need. Scanf percentage d address of n. So after this, we should start the for loop to enter the array elements. For I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, here printf values in, or we can take positive and negative numbers, enter positive and negative numbers. Here the due to the place requirement I am just writing value in of percentage d. Here it's come to I will be stored here. So scanf percentage d a of I will be stored here. So the for loop is closed. Now let me start another for loop here. For I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, the for loop starts. Now let's go to the condition. In that for loop, if I is greater than 0, in that if condition, some positive sum is equals to some p plus a of I, and count p is equals to count p plus 1. So this is the condition. If it's not, I will give another if. Instead of taking else, I am also including if part. So if another condition is of I is less than 0, then it will be negative. If part our loop begins, sum n is equals, that means negative, sum n plus a of I, count n is equals to count n plus 1. So the main logic of the program completed. Now it's time to print it. Let me close this for loop here. So I closed the for loop. Then I'm asking the computer to print the values. So printf, I am writing shortcut all the printf as pf due to the less place. Pf sum of positive numbers. The sum of positive numbers will be stored as percentage d slash n. I am giving new line character. Stores in here. Sum p. Sum of positive numbers is stored in sum p. SUMP. Sum p. The same printf count of positive numbers percentage d slash n count n. Count n. Same printf sum of negative numbers percentage d slash n sum n. Printf count of negative numbers percentage d slash n count n. We will complete the main loop. So before that we should write return 0. 0 completed. So this is the main program what we write to execute in the computer. Now let us see whether this program runs in the computer or not in our programming lab. Hello friends, welcome to the programming lab. So here I included all the requirement files in before as I explained in the class. So now I am writing here the if condition. If the condition a of I is greater than 0, then the if condition starts sum p is equals to sum p plus a of I. So here count p is equals to count p plus 1. So I'm going to second if condition. If a of I is less than 0, sum n negative is equals to sum n plus a of I count n is equals to count n plus 1. So we completed the logic. Let us print the values here. Printf sum of positive numbers percentage d slash n new line character comma sum p. Same printf count of positive numbers percentage d new line character comma count p. So again printf sum of negative numbers percentage d new line character comma sum n. Count of negative numbers equals to percentage d slash n comma count n. So you have done with the program. So let us close the main loop. Yeah. So now let's see what it gives for us. Let's compile it. Yes. Yes. So there was a small error here. Count P. COUNTNCOUNTP. So here I have given COUNTP COUMPNT. So now it will run. Okay. So there is no error and no warning. So let's run it. We are waiting for its asking. Yeah. How many numbers you want to add? I want to add 5 numbers. So the numbers are 1, enter, -5, enter, 6, enter, -9, enter, 4, enter. C. The sum of positive numbers are 11. Count of positive numbers are 3. The sum of negative numbers is 14 and the count of negative. So we got the correct output of the program that what we write. So friends, we are done with today. So before signing off, please subscribe, share and press the bell icon to get the latest update of the video. Until then, stay safe. Bye.